Half the fun of attending the Iowa State Fair is telling your friends back home just how much fun they're missing. This one's going to Morgan. I'd like to send that, please. Thank you. Now, time was you could send a postcard for a penny, but what with instant messaging, cell phones, and whatnot, that's all but disappeared. However, a new book called The Iowa State Fair in Vintage Postcards preserves that tradition. It was written by Des Moines native Ron Plale, who sells tens of thousands of vintage postcards through his online auction site at plale.com.
There they are. There they are. They are just delightful.
But we're interested in his Iowa State Fair collection, so we took a side road to his secret headquarters in Altoona, where he gave us an exclusive postcard tour of 100 years at the Iowa State Fair.
So some of these cards are fantastic. The artwork on the front is great, but it's the messages on the back that I love. This one from 1914 to Ruth Sargent in State Center, Iowa. Well, Ruth, how are you now? I have not been hurt, but one of the boys has his arm broke, and another is in the graveyard, and one is in the hospital. So goodbye, Lyle.
The earliest cards approved for the U.S. mail appeared in 1906, and one of Ron's favorites is this first ever aerial view of the fairgrounds taken from what was then called an airship. Flight was a common postcard theme before World War I, and well-dressed fairgoers could pay to imagine what it would be like to fly in a balloon high above the hog pens. Or pose at the wheel of one of them newfangled automobiles making such a racket round here in 1910. For anyone suffering from writer's block, this 1905 postcard came pre-printed with a reassuring message declaring that the sender was having a big time. This 1926 card commemorates the McCormick Deering Primrose Ball-Bearing Cream Separator. The spectators are obviously excited that finally ball bearings could be separated from cream. In 1929, thousands of Iowa school children pitched in to buy a baby elephant named Mine. In 1942, though, Mine was traded to the circus, and Mine became theirs. Until World War II, the state fairgrounds had a world-class wooden roller coaster that was 3,200 feet long. After the war, it was declared unsafe, but an enterprising pre-SeaTac fair secretary purchased all that salvaged lumber to resell to local home builders. You're not likely to find Wonder Bars for a dime anymore, but you still can stroll around with 1,000 of your closest friends. Everything you ever wanted to see at the fair, but couldn't because you're not 120 years old, is in this book by Ron Plale. Whoop! And if you take a side road to the State Fair Museum, you may even get Ron Plale, the author, to autograph your very own copy. And won't that make your instant messaging friends jealous?